I am Sam Queso, and I'm building my bankroll to $100,000 so I can quit my job as a roofer and play poker full time. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna go play at TCH Social, but real quick, here's an update on the bankroll. We started at 10K. We are at 17,300. You want to be a little bit louder, brother? Currently, the bankroll sits at 17,838 bucks. We started at 10K, so we're doing good so far. And today we're gonna go play at TCH Social. I can't decide if I want to play 2-5 or 1-2. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to figure out something to decide what I want to do. I might flip a coin. All right, here's how we're gonna decide if we play 2-5 or 1-2. We're gonna throw these cookies. If Tucker catches it, we'll play 2-5. If Sammy catches it, we'll play 1-2. If they both catch it, we're gonna keep going until somebody drops it. Are you ready? Let's do it. Tuck, you first. Sit. Show us what you got. You're joking. All right, Sammy, this is to play 1-2. Sit. Sit your butt down right now. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, guess we're not playing poker today. One more time. Come on, Tuck. Sit. Tuck. Oh! Wait, Sammy has one chance for redemption. Let's get it smaller, give you a real shot. Ready? What the? If I could slow-mo that. That was bad, Jimmy. That was bad! All right, this first hand is basically Texas poker in a nutshell. Here we go. We pick up 10-6 of diamonds in the small blind. The under the gun player opens at 15 bucks, the cutoff and button call. And of course, I have two suited cards. So obviously I'm calling, and then the big blind decides to build the pot a little bit more. He 3-bets to 50 bucks, which leads to the under the gun cutoff and button all calling. And now that I'm getting 41 on a call, I am in there. So we're 5 ways to an above average flop. It comes 8-7-4-2 diamonds. So we flop a flush draw along with a double gutter. Any 9 or 5 gives us a straight. So I check and the big blind continues for 110 bucks. Under the gun calls, the cutoff and button get out of the way. Action's back on us, and honestly, I'm thinking about raising in this spot. We have a total of 15 to 18 out, so even if we were to get jammed on, we still have about 60% equity, I think. I believe that's the right math, not 100% sure. But the reason I'm telling you guys all of this is because I just called. So none of that even matters. We're off to a turn 3 ways. It comes the jack of hearts. I check, expecting a big bet from the big blind player with his overpair, but surprisingly, he checks, and so does the under the gun player. So we're off to a river. It comes the 8 of diamonds. So we make our flush, but I'm a little concerned that the under the gun player may have us beat with a better flush, but I don't think we can just check. So I decided to put out a small bet of 125 bucks, and they both fold. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what they had or try to tell you guys what they had, because honestly I have no idea, but that is Texas poker for you guys. On to the next hand. Another premium hand. In the second hand, we look down at Jack 5 of hearts. We're in the +2. Action starts with a limp for under the gun. It folds over to me, and I limp, which is highly recommended with 2 suited cards. It folds over to the cutoff, who raises to 25 bucks. The small blind, big blind, under the gun call. So once again, 4-1 on a call with 2 suited cards. I'm in there. We're 5 ways to a flop. It comes queen, king, deuce, 2 hearts. So we got ourselves a third nut flush draw along with a backdoor straight draw, which is basically all you can ask for when you play Jack 5 suited. So when action checks all the way to the cutoff, she c-bets for 75 bucks. The blinds fold, the under the gun calls, and so do I. So we're 3 ways to a bink turn of the ace of hearts. So we turn the third nuts, the under the gun checks, I check, and sadly, the cutoff checks. I was expecting her to bet with all of her hands like ace queen or king queen with the queen of hearts or any set. But sadly, she checks, so we don't get a chance to check raise. We're off to a garbage river. It's a 7 of hearts, which puts 4 hearts on board, and now it's going to be hard to get paid off. And to be honest, I have no clue what the best move is here, so when action checks to me, I don't want to check, but I also don't know what size to bet in order to get called by a worse hand. I think maybe a small bet like 50 to 75 bucks could induce a jam from a worse hand, but that's really all I can think of. Now, obviously, that's not what I did in the moment. I decided to bet 150 bucks, and the cutoff jams on me for $400. Another gun folds, and if it were anybody else at the table, I'd probably fold, but this player has been going crazy. She's rebought 2 to 3 times and has just been playing really, really wild. It's only an extra $250 for me to call. So I flick in the chip and she shows king queen with the queen of hearts. So I'm actually really, really shocked She didn't bet on that turn, but I guess it doesn't matter. She gets to double up because I played that hand like absolute trash. On to the next hand. In this next one, we pick up ace, queen of hearts, and the +1. Our stack has dwindled all the way down to about $500, so I'm fairly tilted. I'm ready to get it all in. I open at $25. The +2, hijack, and big blind all call, so we're 4 ways to an amazing flop. It comes jack, 5, 10, 2 hearts, which means we have ourselves a nutter butter flush draw, the nutter butter straight draw, and 2 overs that could definitely be live. So when the big blind checks, I bet $35. The +2 folds, and now the hijack, who's probably played like 4 hands a whole session, decides to raise to $175. Action folds back to me. And honestly, he's super tight. He probably has a set or top pair. I don't care. I have $345 behind. I am all in. Worst case scenario, we're flipping, but I might even be ahead of top pair holdings, I think. I don't know. Anyways, I'm all in, and it folds all the way back over to the hijack player, who goes into the tank. He flashes a jack, thinks about it, hems and haws, and folds. So I guess I'm happy with that result. I don't know. I was kind of down to get it all in. Anyways, we're taking another pot. On to the next hand. We pretty much lost every small pot after that, so we are adding on for $500 before this very last hand, which is the biggest hand of the session. Here we go. In the very last hand of the session, we look down at 9-10 of clubs and the cutoff. The hijack limps and I open at $25. The button calls, and so does the hijack player. So we're 3 ways to a meh flop. It just comes 9-8-9, so we just flop trips. And of course, the hijack decides to donk bet for $75, and I just smooth call. The button folds, so we're heads up to a turn. It comes to 4 of diamonds, a complete brick, and of course, the hijack keeps bombing it, this time for $275. Yes, he could have us out kicked, but if he does, oh well, we can have my entire stack. I just call again. We're off to a river. It's the 7 of hearts. It's not my favorite river, but we do block a straight holding a 10. The obvious straight is jack 10. Obviously, we blocked the holding a 10, so feeling pretty good and feeling even better when my opponent decides to check. Now, he could still have a 9. I mean, pretty much all of his 9s have us beat, except for 9-6, I guess, but I don't think he has that hand. So he could have himself a 9. He could be scared of the straight. However, I think it's just too nitty to check back here, but I don't really know what I'm targeting. I guess I'm going to try to target at 8x holding because I bet $200, and my opponent pretty quickly calls with pocket jacks. So that is not the hand we were targeting. That is not the hand I put him on. I have no idea how he has pocket jacks in this spot, but I'm happy with the result. We're taking down a $1,182 pot in the session. I will catch you guys in the outro. That is it for this session. Our streak comes to an end. I don't know how many sessions we won on this vlog, but we won a lot. However, this last session we did not. We were in the game for $2,000, out of the game for $1,500. So we lost $500. So that takes the bankroll from $17,838 all the way down to $17,338. So we're about to lose. It's part of it. Not a big loss, honestly. It's a third of a buy-in for that game. So I'm not mad. And yeah, that's it for this vlog. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, share, subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.